Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Honcho J23 coming to you live right now with another edition of the Independent Scene. And as I always say, you are now tuned into the latest How to Show on Instagram Live. That is the Independent Scene with yours truly. I want to welcome you guys to today. I want to welcome you guys to today's show. It's gonna be a dope show, like any other. This is episode 121. And without any further ado, I want to welcome you guys. I want to introduce you guys to my guest at this time. He is none other than the homie. He is the bro. He is SlimKors. Let's talk to him. Man. What up, my boy?
What's going on with you, man? Everything straight with you?
Yeah, man. How's everything with you, dog?
Everything is everything, man. It's good.
That's
Ain't got no
what's up. Well,
reason to.
first of all, my brother, welcome to the show, man. How you feeling?
Hey, a little nervous, but I'm good though. I'm good. Yeah,
Hey,
ain't nothing
listen.
to it.
Hey, listen, man. Don't be nervous, man. It's a lot of people that come up here and say they nervous, man. But don't be nervous, dog.
Yeah.
Well, first things first, like I said, of course, like I said, welcome to the show. It's dope to have you, a part of the, the segment.
hmm
Like I said, I definitely, hope that you are able to learn, as much from me as I'm about to learn from you,
Yeah.
things of that nature, man. So, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. First of all, introduce yourself to the people, let the people know who you are, where you calling from, all that good stuff, and we're gonna jump right into it.
All right. So I go by the name of SlimKors. From Raleigh, North Carolina. Really, I've been doing music all my life. For as far as like singing, I've been church singing real heavy. So my family, they're real big on that, and everyone in my family is pretty much doing a lot of singing, and I look up to it. And so as long as I can remember, I've just been singing all my entire life.
Nope.
Let me see. About March. I want to say March of this year, I finally decided I actually wanted to record music and actually do music and mess with a little bit of R&B. It was a little hard for me, but somehow I made it through.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's the main thing. As long as you made it through and you got to where you need to be,
Mhm.
that's the main important part of it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most definitely, most definitely. All right. So my next thing I want to get into real quick is when it comes, how have you been managing, your career as far as like what, or let me rephrase that. What's it like being in the position that you're in and really being able to make the music that you make? Like what is that process and that journey been like for you?
Um, it's kind of a tough process because at first when I first started doing music, it's like the first mixtape I have out. It's like I went through a lot of trial and error with that and not being able to fully have my music really like the way I wanted to, like 100% the way I wanted to. And so now what I'm doing is like I'm working on a project. It's coming out December 2nd. It's still untitled. I don't have no name for it. But like I said, I'm coming out with a project December 2nd. I'm really focusing a lot more on being able to put my music out on a lot of different platforms like, Spotify, Tidal, or, what I'm saying, whatever it is, Apple Music. And then like, so as of now, it's like my only mixtape is out on SoundCloud and YouTube. And so that's been messing with me a little bit.
Hmm.
And so like the people that I'm building around me, it's starting to get better for me now because like I got producer, he's really helping me on this project that I have going, and then I have a manager that's kind of he's behind my back all the way 100%, and it's pretty much just waiting for me to get to this point where I'm able to just put my music out on all different platforms. It gets a lot frustrating at times because it's like you feel like you don't have too much of a direction, and my first go around, like that first trial on that mixtape is it's like I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that. It didn't really matter. Like I just always had this like chip on my shoulder. I still kind of do, but I just had this
Hmm.
chip on my shoulder where I was just like, man, I got to get this done. They're doing this. Why can't I? Like, why can't I be heard? And so I'm pretty much like 100% confident in being heard. It's just the fact that who I can get my music to, like what hands can I place this music in?
Hmm.
I get into the right hands, and then I just have to do it the right way and not just be so ignorant about it.
Hmm.
It's kind of like how I went about it on my first tape.
Okay. Okay. I definitely I definitely feel that. And, sometimes, it takes that sometimes, and um, you have to be comfortable with what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And the more comfortable you become, the more success you begin to bring for yourself. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
never get to a place, man, where you feel like. I mean, now don't get me wrong. I will say this: pressure can be a little bit much, but as long as you know that you're putting out music that's gonna really, as they say, push the culture and change the culture,
Yeah.
then that's really, what I'm saying, the main goal at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 I definitely feel that.
Most definitely. All right. So my next thing, man, I want to get into, man, is we've had so many women, man, that have trailblazed and have paved the way for art for young artists, up and coming artists, things of that nature, man. But what I want to know from you, entirely, what's that like, for you being a male artist, but seeing the women bring it to the game and really what I'm saying, showcasing themselves and really showing that, yo, we can do it just as much as y'all can. You know what I'm saying? What
Hmm.
is that like for you?
Um, Honestly, my point of view on that is like I feel like women they're more passionate when it comes to things of that nature. And now, like now generation, I don't know how they do it, but they're able to succeed and do it greatly without a man. And so
Mm-hmm.
it kind of falls in those lines, honestly. Uh, and as far as being a male, I'm not too without trying to be cocky, I'm not too like bothered by any females that's around or any local females that's doing any singing because I'm kind of my own person. I'm not really being cocky or anything like that, but it's like I know what I have to bring to the table, and it's something special, and it's a big gift, man.
Most
It's
definitely.
carrying with me for my entire life, so I don't see anybody getting in the way of it.
Okay, okay. I feel that. I feel that. All right, so now switching gears for a second. We've been having this versus battle going on, produced by Timberland and Swiss Beats. I'm sure you've been following, or if you haven't, there's been a lot of dope battles that's been put out here, but mainly for you, from your perspective, what do you feel? How do you feel about that? And who do you feel has been the best battle known to date?
Mm, Man, honestly, I haven't been following up on them like as I was supposed to, but that's let me see, that's a little tough one, man. That's a tough one right there, yeah, because I don't really follow up too much on it. I mainly stay focused to what I have going on.
Well, that's understandable. Oh, that's understandable. We can slide past that. All right. So, as it relates to, well, let me bring up another topic that you may be familiar already with. But when it comes to this pandemic, man, the pandemic has really, put a lot of people, saying out of work, out of commission in a sense. But how have you been managing that and progressing through that? With everything being the way it's been.
Um, it's had its moments because I like right now I work with the city of Raleigh, and so we have 1 week on, 1 week off of work, and that's because of this virus. And then like we've even had employees that get sick, and that's what kind of put us in this position to be off 1 week and then be working 1 week on.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy a little bit, but it's something funny about it. I don't completely understand it myself, but
Mm-hmm.
there's something funny behind it. But I know it's real, so
Mm-hmm.
I can't ignore it. And then like I have kids, I have a wife, and so I can't bring that in. So I gotta kind of be safe about my whereabouts and what I do.
Most definitely, most definitely. All right, so man, another topic, that I want to kind of subway into, man, is this whole Black Lives Matter, man. You mentioned, you're a husband, you're a father, things of that nature. So what's that like, man? For you as a black man, as African American man, and having a family. How are you and your family coping with all of this? Quote unquote, as black on black crime, black on white crime, however you want to, look at it. How are you dealing with all of that, and how are you addressing this to your kids? How are you informing them on what to be on the lookout for and how to be aware and things of that nature?
As far as right now, like, cause my oldest, she's 2, so it's kind of hard to really push that message to them.
True.
But in the same sense, there's a harsh reality about it. I mean, I don't have any sons. I have two daughters. And so
Okay.
I say it would be different if I had a son or
Mm-hmm.
something. That makes sense to you?
It do.
Like we get more targeted, or we get like more targeted than a female would.
Right.
Black
Right.
would.
Right. I definitely feel that. I definitely feel that. Now, do you feel as though at some point, once your daughters do get of age, that you will be able to, in a sense, be able to explain that to them without them being so quote unquote caught off guard by what the media is saying and what the news and all of that stuff is saying?
Oh yeah, definitely. I have to heavily express that to them at one point, because it's like I said, it's a reality, and it's something that we have to deal with on a daily basis. Like every time you step out the door, it's just something you have to deal with. Like I work with the city of Raleigh, and we may end up going to this municipal building. So a lot of city employees are there, police included, and you could see like it's really weird. It's messed up. Like it's really
Mm-hmm.
messed up, but it's weird at the same time. That the fact that, like, say we all get in the elevator, it's just me and my 4 coworkers. We get in the elevator, and there's a cop that comes in last,
Mm-hmm.
and he decides not to turn his back towards us. He looks straight towards us, and it was just like this real awkwardness, like this heat of a moment. But
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of weird to explain, because, like I said, it's a reality that we have to deal with.
Most definitely. Most
And you
definitely.
never know what could happen.
That's true though, and you do never know, man. And that's why, a lot of times, man, when I sit back and I look at these and I hear these stories, man, I see the things. It's almost like, man, it's like they use the expression, nothing else really surprises me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad when we're continuing to be targeted, but it's like the moment we turn, as they say, we turn the other cheek, and it's and we flip the script, on them. Then
Mm-hmm.
then it's a problem. They're ready to string us up, but like they feel like they're comfortable to get away with doing what they do, but we can't do what we do. So, like you said, it's complicated, but
Mm-hmm.
hopefully and prayerfully, man, hopefully we ain't got to keep dealing with this too much longer, because I'm telling you, I know it's a lot of people out here right now that's really ready to get back to the basis of what they doing and to their careers and to their jobs and things of that nature, man. Because this right here I don't think anybody saw this coming at all. You know what I mean? I feel like, and I told somebody this the other day, but I look at it from this kind of standpoint. When 2020 first started, we had the whole Nipsey Hussle situation come up. He with him being killed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then fast forward, then we had Kobe Bryant die. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward again. Now this pandemic is into play. Fast forward, now we got this whole George Floyd situation. So you see how the pattern goes. It's like we done had
Pop Smoke up out of there too, man.
Exactly. So we done had 4 deaths already this year, 2020. So the fact that we done had this much death already, bro, and then to add the pandemic to the situation, bro, it's really like, what does this world come to, man? Everybody is so concerned. Everybody is so focused on wanting to get even and all of this other stuff. And it's like, bro, life is too freaking short, bro. Like, why? It's like, my thing is, why are you gonna waste your time going back and forth with somebody and wanting to have hate or animosity towards somebody who technically you don't even really know like that, let alone are they gonna ever be in your presence? So why, why have that ongoing situation where y'all could just completely, if y'all call yourselves grown, be grown, squash the shit, and and just go on about your business, you know what I mean? But that's another story here and there. But but it's just, it is what it is. But anyway, all right. So my next thing, man, when it comes to the people in the industry, entertainment wise, that has inspired you, in this music field, who has been those individuals that has inspired you to want to rap and do the things that you do?
Shit. So we got Chris Brown, Drake, Trey Songz.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to mention this dude's name, but Tory Lanez. Like, cause some people, you know what I'm saying, some people really ain't on the right page with him, but you know what I'm saying, Tory Lanez,
Right.
he influenced me as well. I mean, like, he's
Right.
still the artist, can't take that away from him. But who else we got? Oh, I gotta take it back old too. Music Soul Child,
Okay.
John Legend, uh,
Okay.
Badu. Like, it's a good mixture of them. Um, Donnell Jones. Then I also got gospel, you know, Marvin Sapp, Byron Cage, Hezekiah Walker.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah, you definitely got a good genre of artists. So I definitely like the versatility. You know what I'm saying, with those people that has followed you, and that's good that you were able to listen to these different artists and really get your your push and your start. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Now, let me ask you this, man. So, when it comes to your music and the music that you put out,
Hmm.
what is the message or the motto that you put into your music that you want the people out here that's listening to it to take away from your music? What is it that you want them to walk away from knowing about you?
Is not only just from my personal standpoint, but from like a worldwide thing. Like, love to me is a universal language, and so I feel like it's something that everybody needs. It's something that, you know what I'm saying, some people are missing.
Mm-hmm.
It plays a big part in this world, and so that's pretty much how I view it. It's like, as far as my music.
Okay. Okay. I feel that. I feel that. All right. So when it comes to your catalog of music, about how many albums or songs do you currently own or have out right now for people that don't know?
Only have one project out as of now. Well, I had dropped a project called Heartbreak, and then I had dropped two singles, one called Untitled 2020 and the other called New Jam Rock. And now I'm working on making an album now.
Okay.
Now that's
Okay.
supposed to come out December 2nd. It's still untitled as of right now, but we're working on it.
Okay. Now let me ask you this: have you had a chance to perform on any stages? And if so, what's been that stage that you performed on that you really feel like it's truly been a vibe for you? That you really can like be like, oh yeah, I really, so I really rock with this spot or whatever the case may be.
I only performed at one spot. It was a Rose Bar. It was
Okay.
like some kind of local thing. So I just went there, signed up. Um, Wade Bennett had put me on to it, and so I just went down there and had fun with it.
Wait, I think I remember that event because I think I hosted that event.
I was dang, let me see. I had did a song called 24 Hours and another one called New Jam Rock.
Yeah, I
24
remember
Hours, it
that.
was a slow jump, but the New Jam Rock, it had like a little dance hall feel to it.
Yeah, I do remember you. Okay, so that okay.
Yeah,
Well that's what it is, man. That's what it is.
yeah.
And so that's it. Definitely shouts out to Rose Bar, everybody at Rose Bar, what I'm saying, putting in that work.
Oh
All
yeah.
right. So when it comes to the landscape of music, man, because we spoke about it earlier, we have so many genres of music, man. But when you think about the 60s and 70s and the 80s, of course
Mhm.
the 90s, then the 2000s, then you had the 2010s. Um, what genre of music for you has been the most latest to you? Like, what genre do you find yourself, kind of like going back down memory lane, listening to on a daily basis?
Uh, Shit. It's a hard one. I'm in between R&B and pop.
Okay.
Yeah, cause like Chris Brown, he kind of like back and forth in between those lanes, and then also Michael Jackson as
Okay.
well. So that go back pretty far.
Okay. Cool beans. Cool
Then
beans.
maybe like James Brown before that, but I don't know. That might be a different genre though. Like, I don't want to step
Right.
out the
Right.
lane.
Right. Right. Most definitely. All right. So, there again, kind of segueing into another form of music. You got, the West Coast, the East Coast, South
Mhm.
Coast, things of that nature. California, Atlanta, Miami, New York, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Um, what state in this world do you feel like music wise has really been blowing up out here?
Mm, I say New York.
New York,
New
okay.
York. Yeah, yeah. A whole lot of drill music been coming out lately, and so a lot of people really like that vibe, especially if you're giving off Pop Smoke vibes. People gonna relate to that instantly.
Okay. Okay.
Like
Now.
such as like you got artists such as like 5E and what's his name? Smooth L, Rob Swish. Yeah,
Okay.
them boys
Okay.
pretty decent.
Okay. Now, who? Now, is there anybody? And is it now? Is there any artists out here locally or entertainment wise that you would love to collab with and get in the stew with and really lay down a track with, or you haven't really thought that far ahead?
With the few, I got one. It's Payne. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but I went to high school with Buddy, and it's another dude. He go by OMG Beezy. He,
Okay.
he pretty dope lyrically, and so I really wouldn't mind collabing with any of them. Let me see if I can think of anybody else. Not off the top. Not off the top. I can't think of anybody else off the top.
Okay. Now let me ask you, now I got four artists that I'm gonna throw at you, but I want you to tell me, you know, from your perspective, what do you think about these artists as a whole? So you have J. Cole, you have Kendrick Lamar, you got the baby, and you got Lil Baby. You
Mm.
know, out of those four artists, who do you feel like right now has really been putting their foot on, as they say, as we like to use the term, putting their foot on the gas and really accelerating out here in this music game?
Definitely Lil Baby. I was
Okay.
close to saying the baby, but Lil Baby. Um,
Okay.
I don't personally follow him like 100% as an artist. I don't follow all of his music because that's
Mhm.
not really, you know what I'm saying? That's not really in my lane. So I try to follow people that I can, uh, what they call it. I pretty much just follow those who set an example for me. And so I'm not saying he doesn't set an example for me because I'm pretty sure he works day in and day out.
Mhm.
And you know what I'm saying? We don't see that. That's the stuff we don't see. But yeah, I get at the Lil Baby.
Okay. Now, there's been a lot of talk from everybody, man. Everybody has been talking about J. Cole versus Kendrick Lamar. Who do you feel will win a battle between those two?
Man, I've been hit with this. That's crazy.
I
Crazy how
know,
you do me
right?
like that, man. I'm a diehard J. Cole fan. So I say Kendrick.
You said Kendrick?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Just because like when I listen to between like J. Cole and Kendrick's music or between their lyrics, it's
Mm-hmm.
like it's like J. Cole brings in an attention to certain things, but he doesn't do it as raw as Kendrick would. Like, if that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. Like, it would be like more of like a dirtier version, but he keeps it real. Like, they both
Mm-hmm.
keep it real, but it's just like J. Cole's gonna put it in this way where, you know what I'm saying, this kid can understand it, this man can understand it, and this woman can understand it, and this uh young kid can understand it, some of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like different parts of the world they both grew up on. So it's different. It's weird. It's a little weird, but it's different though.
Okay. Now, a lot of now a lot we hear a lot in music, a lot of mumbo jumbo rap. But what I want to know from you is, when it comes to up and coming artists and young and up and coming artists, what advice can you give to these artists that are coming up in the game, chasing their dreams, and really want to pursue this thing full turn?
Um, mm, could you rephrase that question for me?
I said, so basically, when it comes to young and up and coming artists that are coming up in the game, trying to get their, trying to pursue their dreams, what advice do you have for them that will keep them motivated and keep them going out here in this industry?
Stay consistent. That's the number one thing is to stay consistent. Like it don't matter how hard it is trying to come up with a song or whatever it is you're doing, what project you're trying to come out with. Um, Whether you pushing your music, you just got to stay consistent with whatever you're doing. Like you ain't no stopping, ain't no breaks.
Most
Gotta
definitely.
stay consistent. That's the main thing, and hard work.
Most definitely, and that I feel like, as they always say, hard work does pay off. You know what I mean? So you
Hmm.
definitely gotta, like you said, stay committed and stay true to the game, because it's a lot of shit out here that really is, you got to be on the lookout for it. A lot of people will be out here trying to take over your position, but
Yeah,
the more stay committed to yourself and your drive, and you ain't got really shit to really worry about for real.
yeah.
Most
That's
definitely. All right, so my next question is, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? Do you What other dreams and goals do you have set for yourself or for your family, should I say, that you want to pursue before, as they say, before you hang it all up?
Hang it all up as far as you mean, like, what do you mean by that? Like, hang it all up?
As far as like your music career, like once you decide, like, okay, you know what, I done put the body of work out here that I need to put out. I done everything that I need to do. I done accomplish the dreams that I want to accomplish out here in this music field. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what other, saying dreams or aspirations do you have 5 to 10 years from now that you would love to pursue that you haven't really been able to pursue because you've been so focused on music?
Definitely turn my attention not really back, but like more towards God as I
Okay.
did before I started music, and really, really try to take that path. That's something that's still, that's still kind of knocking with me or whatever. But I'm just going with life, man. I'm just going with it.
Okay. Okay. I feel that. I feel that. Now, my next two things that I would love to get your opinion on is, we recently, once again, and it just came to me. We recently just, lost an icon, a legend. Also, rest in peace to Chad Boseman, aka Black Panther.
Mhm.
Um, what was your response to the tragedy, should I say, of hearing that another black man, a great known icon at that,
Mhm.
has descended, from this earth. So how do you feel about that?
Um, it's as harsh as it sounds. It's life. Uh, I've had people in my family deal with cancer. Like my grandfather, he died from cancer, and it
Hmm.
sucks. It's just something that's not. It's something that sucks, man. It really does. And so, uh, excuse me. I think my thing went paused a little bit, but it's just some things we have to deal with, uh, and we have to continue to move forward, and just do right by ourselves, and do right. Like, for example, as far as like a black man, like you should consistently get yourself checked up, to know, like, be aware of what's going on. A lot of
Hmm.
people don't do that. They just out here smoking, drinking, doing whatever. I mean, I can't really put them down because I've done some of these things, still do some
Hmm.
things, but it's just something I'm working with. And like I said, it's just something that black man deals with daily.
Right. Now let me ask you this, man. How do you feel about, now black people now becoming a part of comics and these cartoons, man? How do you feel about just the black generation taking over and really being able to basically solidify that that this is truly something that we want our future and our children's children to learn, that there was a black man that did XYZ? How do you feel about that?
um I wasn't prepared for that topic, but I feel like a black man, like, always been in the picture. It's just like up to whoever to know their knowledge
Hmm.
about what a black man has done. Like, a lot of black people don't read, and so they're not gonna figure out that a black man invented this, a black man invented that, and so it's just certain things that they had to look up on. But it's definitely a great thing that more black figures are coming out and being shown to our children,
Right.
even us, because I sit back and we'll watch, what's that jump? Was it Black Lightning? We
Hmm.
watched that
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
kids.
Right. Most
Yeah.
definitely. Most definitely. Well, I definitely, man. I definitely, I applaud you for being candidate and open with your responses, man. And I definitely hope that you continue to keep your foot on the gas and really move and really push forward, man. Because I definitely see the vision. I definitely see the drive. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely um, hopefully, whenever this pandemic is over, I get a chance to see you perform,
Hmm.
and whatnot. Now, question: are you in North Carolina?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Now, for those of this is breaking news for everybody, so I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody know, for all the artists that's in the room and for yourself included. I will be um hosting a Touch the Mic showcase, which will be taking place Thursday, September the 10th, at Arcade of Thrones in Raleigh. It's right off. It's 399 Hubert Street in Raleigh.
Oh yeah,
So
I'm gonna be there.
yeah, so if you guys want to, pull up, feel free to pull up. And the sign up is from 8 to 10 p.m. Doors open at 8. The showtime starts at 9. It is being presented by G Hustleware and Society TV.
Okay.
Like I said, it's going to be hosted by myself, along with Mr. Carolina Hip Hop. Music created by my DJ Wade Banner. So definitely, you guys make sure you show up and show out. You know what I mean? So, my last and final thing, man, is there anything that you would love to let people know to be on the lookout for, or to be plugged into, so that way we can be ready for what you got coming next?
Okay. I know tomorrow I'll be going live. This is on my Facebook. Tomorrow I'll be going live, and I'll be doing a couple song covers.
Okay.
That was just because I had got like X amount. It's like 250 comments or something like that for me to do a song cover. And so I told them I'll do that if they did 250 comments. And so I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'll be going live at 8:30 p.m. on my Facebook, and that's SlimKors, and that's just one word, SlimKors Clark. And that's on my Facebook, and I'll be going live tomorrow. And then as far as my next project, man, I just got my head down and working, and like, if you just follow my page, I'll just get all the promo out there. I get everything you need to hear. I get it out there.
Most definitely, most definitely. Well, brother, I want to take this opportunity to appreciate you, for coming through and chopping it up with me on episode 121. You know what I'm saying? I definitely would love to have you come back, and give us an encore, later on down the line. But definitely, man, keep pushing, keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing. And like I said, I appreciate you.
Already, I appreciate that too, man.
For taking the time out to come and chop it up with us. You know what I mean?
Already.
Most definitely. Well, brother, real quick, let people know where they can follow you at, where they can tap in with you at, so that way we can follow you. And I'm gonna let you close it on out.
Okay. Y'all can follow me on Facebook at SlimKors. That's one word, SlimKors Clark. And then on Instagram, I'm pretty sure you can see what's up here. Just follow me _SlimKors. And there you go.
Most definitely. Well, with that being said, this has been my time. I want to take the opportunity to thank you, bro, for tuning in to us, chopping it up with me, and let you guys make sure you guys stay tuned in for the rest of the week as I bring you episodes 122.
I appreciate that.
Tomorrow, Independent Scene with your boy Huncho J and the SlimKors. All right, let's get it.